straws. They're great, efficient, and have 2 holes. Except, Elliot thinks straws have 1 hole. Now, Elliot, why do you hold this barbarian, Neanderthal-like belief?
One, I'm a very barbaric person, right? I'm black. So that automatically makes me barbaric. That's not true.
Whatever you say, man.
Oh, by the way, guys, Thomas is our judge because our other judge, we killed him.
He was too white.
So Thomas here is our judge. Anyways, obviously, straws only have 1 hole because, like, if I were to take a massive sword and plunge it into Thomas's chest, right, and it came out the other end, major pause on that, he would have 1 massive bleeding gaping hole in his chest. It's not 2 holes, it is 1 continuous hole.
Well, no, it is 2 holes because there's an entrance to the hole and there's an exit to the hole.
I'm sure you know all about entrances and exits to holes, Hugh.
For example, if you dig a hole in the ground, Elliot, you would say that there is a hole in the ground. Yet, there's no end to that hole. The hole just stops abruptly. And by your logic, would this still be a hole? Because if you're saying it has to go all the way through for it to be a hole, then you would be saying that a hole in the ground is not a hole.
Let's see what a hole definition is. A hollow place in a solid body or surface. So any hollow area is considered a hole. Like the hole in my ear here, that's a hollow area. That's a hole. It doesn't have to go all the way through, it just has to be a hollow area.
So you would say that if it were to come out the other end, there would be another hole. One going into it and one going out of it.
First off, a straw has no entrance or exit because it's all not only 1 hole, but a straw is perfectly symmetrical, so it doesn't matter what way you flip it. There's no entrance or exit specifically.
Sure, arbitrarily picking one side as an entrance and exit.
Jesus, you are...
Sorry, I just used too many big words. Even though they're not even that big, and they're not even that smart. And everybody always says, Hugh, you always act like you're trying to sound smart. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just saying the first thing that pops in my head.
You do.
No, I don't.
That is kind of true. Hugh does try to sound smart a lot of times.
All right, Judge. Anyways, Hugh, make your next point, please.
I've yet to see you rebut my first one.
All right, bet. So, first off, this right here, this bottle, it has 1 hole in the top.
So you could make another hole in the bottom, right?
If you were to make another hole in the bottom here...
Oh, my God, we got him. You know what you just said? Another hole. Meaning that there are 2 holes.
I didn't say another hole. I said a hole. If you were to make another hole... Okay, allow me to continue my 1 point that I'm trying to make, but this loser wants to be like, shut up, dude. As I was saying, this straw is a simple closed surface. I'm reading this off of an article here. It has no self-intersections, so it's 1 hole. A hole is 1 hole just with 2 openings.
Okay, then let's say this, Elliot. If I dig into the ground, would you say that's an opening into the earth?
I'd say you opened up the earth.
And you'd also call that a hole, right?
Yeah.
So if you call that an opening and a hole, then you agree that an opening is a hole. And if we agree that an opening is a hole, you just admitted that there are 2 openings to a tube, therefore 2 holes.
Allow me to run it back. All right, so this article is straight up from Forbes. It's breaking it down in a mathematical manner. A straw is a product of a circle and an interval. Forbes is so reliable, Hugh. I don't know what news source you read. It better not be news.com.
Oh, I need a bunch of rich people to say that I'm right for me to be right now. I only need common sense.
Just because Forbes says that people are rich doesn't mean Forbes themselves are rich. What are you on about? Matter of fact, we are on ChatGPT, the most updated version. Does ChatGPT have 1 or 2 holes? Let's see. Hey, what does it say? The answer is a straw has 1 continuous hole.
Okay, ChatGPT, prove it. Elliot, the problem with this is that, okay, fine. Even if ChatGPT is a reliable source, which I'm not exactly sure that it is, but even if we're saying that it is, it's shown no proof. It's just said that it is.
Let's ask ChatGPT why. Why does it make this decision? It's all about how we define a hole. A hole is essentially a hollow space that connects 2 points.
But I remember just a little bit ago, I asked you if you dig into the ground, is that a hole? And you said yes. And I said, is it an opening? And you said yes. So it seems that you don't agree with ChatGPT now, do you, Elliot?
Let me break it down for you, Mark, by saying that because there's one opening, therefore it's a hole, right? And you were to dig a hole straight through the earth, then there's 2 holes. By that logic, any of that open section that you want could be its own individual hole.
No, because it's not entering into anything. It's just going through the thing.
But does a hole have to be an entrance? No, it just has to be a hollow space.
You know why it has to be an entrance? Because if it wasn't, then it wouldn't be a hole.
And why is that, Hugh? And why is that, Hugh?
So a hole implies depth. And so for a hole to happen, there has to be depth to it. If there wasn't depth, then it wouldn't be a hole in the first place. Okay, so if we take this premise to be true, then any hole with depth has to be an entrance because it's going deeper into something. That is why a hole has to be an entrance, because it implies depth. Crazy. Okay. What the fuck did Thomas just send? Okay. I'm not Patrick, Thomas. I'm not Patrick.
Hugh, I'm gonna be quite honest here. This whole argument is like asking someone what is a woman. Like, I'm not a mathematics specialist. You're not a mathematical specialist. But there's common sense involved in this discussion. And common sense is that there's one hole. Are you
Restarted.
Yeah, so I think we've come to a natural sort of stopping point. I think, Thomas, we're ready for your ruling on this, your decision on whether a straw has 1 hole or 2 holes.
My basic point is that a straw only has 1 hole because it is one continuous hole. It can have 2 different openings, but it's still one continuous hole.
Okay.
If we were to distill my points down into one, I'm saying that an entrance equals a hole, and therefore, since a straw has 2 entrances, it has 2 holes.
I've seen a couple good points from Elliot and Hugh. The winner, right? Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Can I please get a drum alert? The winner is Elliot.
Yeah! Yeah!
How is Elliot right? How is Elliot right, Thomas? Explain yourself.
The reason
Yeah!
that Elliot is right is he has used the newest version, ChatGPT, that proves everything right.